Let's go. So, Joe Milton, I think, created the most buzz out of any preseason QB performance. And I want to discuss the craziness out there that some believe he's got more juice than Drake Maye. So he completes his pass to fellow rookie Javon Baker, just a simple comeback route. Alrighty, so at the end, I'm going to tell you why I am in a pretty good spot, more than most, to discuss Joe Milton. It's actually probably a pretty crazy fact that you don't know about myself, but we'll talk about that here in just a second. Very simple dump off. I love these types of play designs, right? Where you play action to the running back on, an outside zone, and then you actually end up throwing it in the flats, right? I want you to see what this does to the linebackers, right? They think potentially you're handing off on 3rd and short. They stop. There's all this traffic, and it's still so hard to get out to the RB in the flats. So Joe Milton throws a really good ball right here to 29 Jennings to let him cut up field and pick up this first down. All right, so we get to the 2nd and 5. This is somewhat new for Joe Milton, right? Tennessee, of course, more of a shotgun team, and you're getting some play action fakes happening here. And Joe Milton, athletically, I think this play has some people really messed up in the head about his overall athleticism. Is he a good runner? Yes. Is he a special runner? No. I think when Drake Maye plays more, you will begin to see that Drake Maye is actually a better runner than Joe Milton. Okay? I also don't know what the heck 46 is doing right here. Obviously your job is to keep contained. He just cuts in, and he just kind of gets lost in the play, right? So Milton's able to run around this contain. 92 falls on his feet. And what you'll notice in a lot of these preseason games, and I've noticed this just doing all these preseason film studies, the athleticism for the, Unit 2 and Unit 3 defenses are so bad, right? And it's not really that they're bad athletes per se. It's just the speed of the game is just way too much for them. But still, a good play with a lot of luck involved. All right, so on this play, heavy play action fake, and you're running all verticals here, or at least it looks to be all verts, right? Which is the Joe Milton special. Also, these potentially could be option routes, which is what the Tennessee offense was. You run a go, and if the DB keeps going back, you stop and come back. So Joe Milton is very familiar with this, just normally not out of play action and shotgun. But if these backers drop this far back, and especially since this is a 5-man rush, 92 falls again on the turf. Okay, once again, the game probably a little too fast for him. You just hit the check down, right? And just hope Jennings can make a play, right? I'll take that all day, every day, unless something was just completely wide open down the field. All right, here we go. Another play action fake under center, right? I'm really impressed with Milton getting used to this. It is not what you are accustomed to. And he steps up in the pocket, okay, resets, doesn't like anything he sees down the field, and decides to take off and run. Once again, 92, just not up to speed here. And if you are a quarterback and you could step up and take these yards, especially if you are the backup to the backup, take them all day. All right, so you've reached the end. We're about to show you Joe Milton's touchdown pass here. And honestly, you'll see it from another angle. It was just a simple out and up. Every quarterback should throw this, especially if the pocket is as clean as it is here. Now, just to give you a little background, I come from college football, and I actually cover Tennessee. It's one of the big teams that I cover. I actually started last year, and I watched every game Joe Milton played. Okay? This is not what you're going to get from Joe Milton in the NFL. So, just a quick little breakdown here. Tennessee has one of the most skill position-friendly offenses I've ever seen in college football. Okay? Alabama, 10-0. You have a chance to make this a three-possession game, and Tennessee, of course, is really, really, really good at throwing into the boundary, into the short side of the field, okay? And they actually run a variation of this concept quite a bit, and they actually get exactly what they want. Even though Alabama's got 4 guys to guard the 3 of them here, what actually ends up happening is all 3 of them end up getting open, right? If you throw this in stride, this is scoring, okay? Or it's bang, bang, and you can sneak it in from short on 4th. So Milton does the right thing, doesn't actually throw this. He waits for 85 on the corner to get open, but if he wanted to, look at this. This is wide open for another tutty. This is walk-in. And then he had the 3rd option open, and he overshot him, okay? And I'll give you the extra angle here, and this has always been a big part of Joe Milton's career. Is just inconsistent mechanics, right? This pocket is clean, right? It can't be cleaner than this, honestly. And his footwork gets very choppy, and he turns this into a running throw, which it doesn't need to be at all, and he overshoots him. And here's the absolutely cleanest angle. 87, yes, he got 2 hands on it, but that is a huge misthrow, and Alabama came back and won the game. All right, so here's Milton's stats. As you can see, pretty good, but how many big-time throws did you see? Really none any. And you take a look at his game log last year, he was fine, but you look at Drake Maye's game log, QBR better, rushing yards better. Yes, mechanically, Drake Maye, like Joe Milton, is raw. The difference is Drake Maye is only 21 and Milton is 24, right? And I am pro bringing in QBs with a lot of experience as rookies, like I've said with Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix and so on and so on. But the difference is those guys were actually dominant college players at some point in their career. He was never dominant. Joe Milton was always just kind of decent, where Drake Maye has that contingent upside. Anyone that knows anything about college football knows that he is not better than Drake Maye. Okay, I feel pretty confident in saying that. Was this game really freaking good? Abso-freaking-lutely. Is he a really good athlete? Yes. Does he have maybe the strongest arm I have ever seen? Yes. Okay, there are some others that are mixed in there, but he does have moxie. He does have leadership. You know, he lost his starting job to Hendon Hooker and then, you know, waited it out at Tennessee to become the starter. So if you want to see my Joe Milton film studies, I'll actually post a link to them down below. And you can see it if you really are a big-time Joe Milton fan. And you'll see this corner just completely bit on this out and up. And this is just easy pickings. He is not better than Drake Maye, though. I think we need to be patient on Drake Maye. You know, you only give him 1 series, and it was a few handoffs. I mean, come on. So if you want me to do a Drake Maye study, it's really not enough for me to. Comment down below. And check out some of our other film studies floating in your face right now. Let's freaking go.